What's going on, guys? British Brad here. Welcome to the very first video on this YouTube channel. And today we're going to be starting off with a bang. So basically, guys, this is one of my stories, and it's something that I wasn't really involved in, but I was kind of there at the time, and I thought it'd be a pretty interesting story. So, back when I was in school, we had this guy who would sit in class with us. He was a bit of a weird guy. He'd never really speak to anyone. He'd never really do anything. He was always just on his phone. He got in trouble so many times by the teacher for being on his phone. And this video is low-key pretty inappropriate, but it's an interesting story nonetheless. So anyway, we had this guy in class, and his name was, let's call him Jason. And Jason would often do his work and then pretty much sit there and do nothing for the rest of the lesson. And low-key, he was one of the teacher's favourites, I would say, in terms of his work and what he would do. Me and this Jason guy had beef because, I don't know, he just didn't like me for some reason. He was just a weird kid in general. And yeah, that's that really. Now that I think about it, actually, he didn't really like anyone, any of us. He thought we were all scum. He once said that if he had a gun, he would kill us all. And I was like, okay, Jason, whatever you say, brother. And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, when you be miserable to someone else, I say that life is like a mirror, you see? Like, the way you look into a mirror, let's say you're miserable and just disgusting, this horrible face like thunder, then the mirror is going to reflect what you are giving the mirror. That's what I feel like we are as people. And he was like, oh, shut up, I don't really care what you have to say anyway. You're just a nobody in life, and you'll always be at the bottom. You'll always be at that, standard of the poor people job. And I'm like, oh my god, Jason. I'm just saying, it couldn't hurt to be a little bit more positive. Anyway, so a little bird told me, as I was walking around the school, that Jason, that student who was talking about, was flirting with 7th graders. Bearing in mind, we're 11th graders. Oh, it's hard to explain. Okay, so the UK, we have a year system. So year 7 is like the lowest, and year 11 is like the highest, if that makes any sense. Just to kind of give you a bit of context. And I heard rumours that this Jason guy was flirting with, well, year 7s, basically, the youngest of the youngest. Which is a bit messed up because we're all pretty much nearly 17 and going on to college. And these year 7s are like fresh into high school. I'd say borderline primary school students. Anyway, I didn't really care. I didn't really care what Jason was doing. I didn't really like him. So I was like, yeah, whatever, you guys, you can do what he wants. I don't really care. I don't really care about him. He's just an asshole. Little did I know what was to come of this. So the next day, when I went into school, and Jason comes in, and I'm looking at him, and he looks so like nervous, so on edge, and I'm like, "You're right, Jason," and he goes, yeah, I'm fine. You don't need to talk to me. And I went, oh, okay, whatever. Anyway, so I'm just doing my thing, waiting for the morning register to come in. And this, like, middle-aged, stressed-out woman walks in the room, and she's all, like, red. I mean, bright red in the face. And she's like, Jason? Can I talk to you outside, please? And Jason's just looking even more shocked at this point. Like, he looks like he's borderline in tears. And so he gets up and takes his bag with him. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's, whatever. And, yeah, turns out, Jason had child porn on his phone. Which I think is absolutely disgusting, to be honest, for someone to do that. And anyone who does do that, you're sick. You're just sick in the head. Anyway, shortly after that was found out about Jason, he was transferred to another school or wherever he went, probably a prison for all I know. And that was the end of that, really, with Jason. Bit disgusting what he was doing. Well, very freaking disgusting. And yeah, Jason, if you're watching this video, I hope you're getting everything that you deserve, you piece of... Anyway, guys, that was the first video. Sorry if it wasn't amazing. I was just freestyling this one a little bit. I know it wasn't the most appropriate video to start with, but I just thought it'd be an interesting story to tell you guys. Anyway, if you guys like these type of videos, I'll have another one out tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Peace.